Thank you for joining me for another thrift flip video. This time it's Valentine's Day, and I hope you enjoy the projects that I've brought to you. Stay tuned to the end to see my favorite Valentine DIY. So I found this heart-shaped stoneware dish, actually a few of them, back in the summertime at one of the thrift stores in Salt Lake with my daughter. And I thought it would make a perfect candle. So I'm just dusting it out as it's been sitting in my storage room. And I bought these wicks on Amazon for an inexpensive price. And I'm just hot gluing them into place. So now I'm just taking a couple of bamboo skewers here and just hooking them with clamps, little small clamps, onto the wick so that they stay upright. So when I pour in the melted wax, they won't go down or bend or anything, they'll stay straight up. This video is from a previous video that I did in the fall time where I melted down some of these Dollar Tree candles, which I did this time as well, but I thought, why sit and refilm it when I have this footage? So what you want to do is make sure your water's boiling first before you put it in, but be careful when you do that. And then you want to let it sit for about 20 minutes to let it melt down. So now after 20 minutes you can see how it's melted down, and I'm just now using a spoon to be careful to get that wick out. So now I'm grabbing them, and be really careful to do this, you don't want to burn yourself, and I'm pouring it into a bigger bowl because I wanted to try to color it with some red gel food coloring. I heard or read online that it was going to work well for a candle to color it. Well, you'll see what happened. I almost touched it there. And so I'm just using this like a double boiler and making sure that it's heated back up again with that boiling water under it, because you want to make sure it stays melted. And I didn't think I had enough wax in it with just the two for the size I needed. So I added a little bit more, and in retrospect, I probably should have added more than what I did, but I didn't want to waste it, and I wasn't sure how much I would need. So later I guess I can make more and make it a little bit thicker. So now I'm just letting this melt down and stirring as I go so that it doesn't sit too long on that boiling water. I just want to make sure that it's melted evenly. So here I have this old bottle of gel food coloring that I had forever, and I haven't used it for anything, so it's not good for food. But I thought, well, it should work. So I'm scraping some out, and I thought as soon as I put it in there that it would just start melting with the wax and stirring with it. Well, it didn't. And it just started making a little color on the bottom because I was pushing it down, but it wasn't doing anything. Like they made it sound like it was gonna, make your candle so pretty. Well, I took it out. I couldn't see that it was going anywhere, so I ended up just taking it out and didn't use it. I thought I was being really careful, and I was, trying to make sure it was going in slowly, but I noticed it was pouring outside of the container and got all over the clamps and everything, but it still worked. It's fine. So I was really bummed to begin with that I couldn't use the red to make it a red or pink even. And then I see this color here, yellow, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna dry yellow. But as you can see, thank goodness it dried white. If it wasn't gonna be pink or red, it better be white. So it turned out really pretty anyway. It's still not what I wanted, but you know, things don't always go the way you want. So here I'm just trimming them down so when it gets ready to be burnt, it's lower and doesn't take so long to burn down. But it did turn out pretty cute. I'll show you at the end, all lit up and designed with the other projects. This video is a part of the Love Corner collaboration with all of these lovely ladies, hosted by CJ, and she says hosted by all of us because she's wonderful that way. There will be a link in my description down below so you can watch every single video and show them each some love by liking, sharing, and commenting on their video. It helps everybody out a lot. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. For this next project, I thought it would be cute to use this little cutting board. I just loved how worn it was. And there are some spots on it that are white looking even after washing it. So I'm taking some mineral oil to brighten that up and even out the color. It works wonders on any kind of wood, so keep that in mind. And it is great for food services, so that's also something good to keep in mind. So I'm just going to wipe this around where it's mostly on the white part, but I'm doing it all the way around the whole square piece. And I don't want to get the center because I'm going to glue something into the middle of it, and I don't want it to not adhere to it because of that oil. So I got some of this foam clay on Amazon around Christmas time. I was going to use it for Christmas, but I ended up not using it, so I thought it'd be a good idea to try for this project. So I'm just taking a bunch out and measuring to make sure it's big enough, and I'm going to roll it out to the thickness that I need for this project. So once I got the thickness I needed, I have this vintage heart-shaped cookie cutter that I got for free from a lady, and I'm just going to use that to cut the heart out. And taking up that excess foam clay and putting it back into the little bag and container to keep it for next time. So I'm just trying to be careful that it's not sticking inside of the cookie cutter, and just trying to make sure that it comes out in one piece. So I was trying to be very gentle. So there it is. I thought it did its job. It looks pretty cute. So I learned on the internet that you need to use water to shape it and smooth it out. So this is what I'm doing here, and trying to just make sure not to lose the shape of it as I'm smoothing it out. So I received this cute 1970s cookie cutter from that same lady, and I thought it would be cute to make like the conversation hearts, like the candy. So I pushed down on it, trying not to be too forceful with it, and it kind of suctioned there for a minute, but it came out okay. So then it looks like this. So when looking on the internet, it says to have your project sit for 24 to 48 hours to fully dry, and I let it sit overnight because I'm in a hurry to get this video done. So I'm using this pink, I think it's salmon, and some white to lighten it up to make it more of a lighter pink. My project wasn't set up all the way because it was just overnight. So it is a little soft still to work with, but I'm gonna go for it. So I'm just painting. I painted just one coat on it, and it covered pretty well with that acrylic paint. And just made sure that it was smooth. Let it dry, but I rushed the drying with the hair dryer, and I think I crackled the actual clay, so you don't want to rush your drying. That if it's something really, really important to you that you don't want to mess it up, don't rush the drying on the foam clay. So I'm using apple acrylic color paint, and I'm just trimming it out so you can see that it says "Be Mine." So now that that part is all finished, we want to glue it to our wood piece, and I'm using just hot glue because I love this piece of wood and I might want to change my mind and use it for something later, and the hot glue will just come right off. So I'm just putting, fair amount on there, just enough to adhere it to the wood. So I thought it needed something more to kind of jazz it up, and so I got this Dollar Tree ribbon here and some red thin ribbon, and thought I'd just cut it and set it on each side where it has the lines going down on the wood, and it would just line right up. So I'm just measuring here to make sure it's all about the same, and then I'm just hot gluing the center part to hold it in place, and then hot gluing each end onto the back. Here it is all finished, and it's not exactly what I had in mind, but it still turned out pretty cute. Not my favorite, but it's still cute. So I've done this video previously, and I bought this cute Merry Christmas sign at the thrift store, and I thought I would use the front and use that 3D enhancing gel over the top and make it cute. But then I'm like, hey, wait a minute, this is perfect for this idea I have. So I'm just painting a couple of coats of my Rust-Oleum linen white, and now I'm just distressing it to make it look a little worn out. Then I had these cute little wooden cutouts that look like, I guess, hot chocolate. And so I glued them together so that they would stick out off of the board a little bit more to make them more 3D. Then I'm using this caulking spread, sealant, to make it look like whipped cream on top. And I got all of these from the Dollar Tree. So then after I've got that all done, I'm just making a heart on the front to make it look raised up above, so it, again, more 3D. And I thought it turned out super cute. Just spreading it around so it looks more fancy than just blotted on there. So then I went to my silhouette and cut out a stencil, and I'm using the Dollar Tree tacky paper for my stencil since it's inexpensive. And I have this Chalk Couture chalk paint that I'm using here. It's super pretty, just perfect color for this. I can't remember the color name, but it turned out super cute with this color. I love it. It's just like a rose, soft rose color, super pretty. So then to match those angels that I didn't show that I'm gluing on. I don't know why, but they're there, and I'm just using some gold highlights on all of the lettering. Oh, I guess I didn't glue them. I was just trying to measure that. It's been a while. So I'm just taking this off to show you what it says. And if you don't see what it says, it's Cupid's Cafe. I love this sign. This is like my most favorite Valentine DIY that I've done. And it looks like the way I cut the stencil, it didn't cut clean, so I'm just touching it up with some of the gold. So I thought it would be super cute to make it look distressed with the gold around the edge, and just, you know, have some areas thicker than others, and it just turned out so pretty. It just pops everything out. So now I'm using that same rose colored Chalk Couture paint and just using it on the cup portion. And this is a darker pink from Chalk Couture that I thought would look super cute with that heart. I just thought it all turned out so cute. And then I'm just touching up the top portion of the sides with the white so that it matches. So to match the gold on the picture, I thought it'd be cute to put gold around the edges of this as well. And look how cute it's turning out already. So I'm just gluing the cup down because it is Cupid's Cafe. Either that's a latte or a hot chocolate with lots of cream on top. So then I made a couple of more stencils with the same tacky paper and on my silhouette. And I did hearts this time using the same color paint. And I did the big one there, and then I cut out some smaller ones as well. And look how cute. And those look like little bubble hearts. They were so cute. Oh, and I did glue the angels on finally. I just love how it turned out. Comment below and let me know what you think of it. I love it. So here they are, all decorated. I love how my sign turned out. It's one of my favorite things that I put out. And I even love how the candle turned out, even though it's just white and not the color I wanted. And I went and forgot to light it up. But you know what a candle looks like lit up. And I also have a few things out here that are on some videos of mine, so you'll want to either click the link in my description or go to my channel and search out for the Valentine ones, and you'll see these in there as well. And again, this isn't my favorite. It turned out okay, but I hope you like it, even though I don't. And don't forget, you want to check out that playlist down below. The link is in my description box. Give those ladies a bunch of love. Watch every single video. And I hope you really enjoyed my video. And if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much and have a great day.